Good morning, everyone. Well, welcome for the thought for the day. Um, I was going to talk about a few things today, but definitely a thought for the day. Yesterday was pretty much hijacked by, well, my yesterday was hijacked by a few things. One of them was that I took my father over to have his car serviced, which was a good thing because it turns out the brakes were faulty. And he was telling me that just it wasn't even a conversation. He just threw it out, and I was what he said. I'll tell you what he said in a minute. But I thought, wow, because I was very moved the other day by what Terry had said about that. He put a comment, not a nasty comment, just a normal comment on American site, and got loads of death threats and all the rest of it come back, and people were very rude to him. And my father threw out in a conversation. He said, "Can't believe it." He said, "I sent a message to Black Lives Matter." I said, "Oh, all right, okay." He said, "No, I just said, not only do Black Lives Matter, but all life matters." And he said, "I've never seen such emails in all my life and comments." I think it's a Facebook thing. And I've never, to be honest, I have never seen so many F's in one sentence or one paragraph since I've been in the forces. I didn't realise that young ladies could come out with such colourful words in such an expressive way, ending up in that my father now is an effing white male person. I'm putting this in PC language. A person of dubious parentage who needs to be terminated. Wow. And I was thinking, okay. And he was really upset about it. So, I mean, I tried to sort of have a discussion sort of thing on this about that my friend Terry had also put up that he got a load of abuse and rude words and terrible things about his parentage come back from America. I said, so it's not Black Lives Matter of a problem. It's not white Christian, whatever it is in America has got a problem. It's just some people are just that way wired. And unfortunately, you've spoken to somebody who has very strong opinions about people, and trying to sort of comfort him in that. And because he's now on his own, he's 85, and he was really upset about it because he felt that somebody had come into his space and had sort of violated him. So that took a little bit of time to put things into some sort of a context. I don't know how you can explain that really. And then later on, we went to the hospital, actually Elaine and I, because she's supposed to be doing today, and she had a load of tests and X-rays and various other things. So she feels a bit like the proverbial pincushion, and has donated blood for half of Europe. She feels. I mean, it's only 7 or 8 vials of the stuff. We're not talking of gallons, but people feel that way, especially when you feel down. And I was trying to put some of these things together in my head because we also later on in the day, in my day, had a meeting of the standing committee of church to sort out or start the process of how do we get church back and what is it going to look like in the future, etc. So we're starting a process, and intermeshed into all that is the normal stuff of my life, which is sorting out furlough schemes and sorting out accounts and various other things. I even had one guy ring me up, and he's blatantly asked me if I'd alter the figures on his tax return so that he could actually get more money back from the government. To which I obviously said, it ain't going to happen. So, but there's all these things going on, and it can sometimes, not only the pressure of your life, but the pressure of other things happening around you can sort of knock you around a bit. And it reminded me of a poem that I first read many, many years ago, And I think it's mentioned in Corrie ten Boom's books, and some people attribute it to her, but it was actually by a guy called Grant Colfax Tullar. And it says this, it's called The Weaver. And I think it fits in because Tom's talked about weaving, and so I think it might be good to listen to. My life is but a weaving between my God and me. I cannot choose the colours. He weaves steadily. Oft times he weaveth sorrow, and I in foolish pride forget he sees the upper, and I the underside. Not till the loom is silent and the shuttles cease to fly will God unroll the canvas and reveal the reason why. The dark threads are as needful in the weaver's skilful hand as the threads of gold and silver in the pattern he has planned. He knows, he loves, he cares. Nothing this truth can dim. He gives the very best to those who leave the choice to him. And that is so true. We don't see the upper side, we don't see the canvas as it's finished. We see the underside where all the threads are tied together and all the rough part of it may be. But God knows the beginning from the end. And I just want to encourage you, no matter what you're going through, what this day holds, that He knows what it holds. And if you can be some comfort to somebody, be some comfort. If you can speak a word of helpfulness, of encouragement, just share it. And you don't have to be next to the person. You can send it online. You can ring them up. You can send them a letter or a card. And just be encouraged that God loves, He knows, and He cares. And He gives the very best to those who leave the choices to Him. So have a really safe day. Have a fantastic week. And be blessed. And we'll speak to you when we do. Okay? Bye.